Hello everybody, welcome along game number 2 for us in Euro 2024 in the watch-alongs. It is Spain versus Croatia. Couple of big names, obviously. Spain, twice winners of the Euros since the turn of the century, 2008, 2012, and Croatia just seem to find their way towards the end of pretty much every tournament, don't they? With the same old names, and a few of them are still indeed around. We have had another game this afternoon, which we'll talk about in a second. A lot of people's dark horses, Hungary losing 3-1 to Switzerland, who we keep saying right the way through this coverage, Switzerland always seem to find their way out of the groups, don't they? And we've been saying as well, 3 points, is that going to do ya? Is that going to be enough for plenty of teams with the fastest losers? Welcome Eugene, welcome Ewan, welcome Jay and Liam. Look, the members flying the flag there. Brilliant. No shocks so far. We have our first one here. It will be revealed. Welcome JC. Welcome Tom. Welcome Alistair. Last game was a cracker. I'm tuning in. My first game of the day, I have to say. Annie, welcome. Legend. Dave, welcome. Legend. 5 goals per game. We'll take another 5 for sure. Zane. Let's see if the evergreen Luka Modric can roll back the years. I'm sure he won't have any issues doing that. Hello, everybody. Hello, Joel up there on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok up there, you don't quite get all of the gimmickry we get down here, but it was reported yesterday. You're a few seconds ahead if you're up on TikTok, but ho-hum, hey-ho, Dave, welcome to you, Squire, in the chat as well. It is Spain versus Croatia. Let's just try and get things moving early doors in this one. We did this yesterday and it worked an absolute treat. Let's dive straight in with a like spike. I think we've already got 13. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, up there on TikTok as well, do hit the heart button, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, support the channel. Let's go for our first like spike of the day. You've got 20 seconds, away you go. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Absolutely brilliant start to the tournament yesterday. Unless you're a Scotland fan, it was indeed problematic, wasn't it? But let's just talk quickly before we get into Spain, Croatia, about the other Group A game. You can give me your views in the comments on Hungary 1, Switzerland 3. Let me just bring it up on the other screen. Switzerland 2 up by half-time. Dua and Ibiza. Varga got one back on 66. And Bolo, who I remember kind of sort of standing out when we did the last Euros. He comes on. He'd had some injury worries and got the third. Interesting shape on the attack momentum there. Big red blob when Hungary got back into it. But Switzerland, good value. Look at that, 15 shots and 2.38 on the XG as well, which brings the embryonic-looking table. I say embryonic, you only play 3 games, don't you? But it's looking very, very good if you are Germany. +4 on that goal difference, 3 points on the board. It's looking very, very good if you're Switzerland. And you already can start doing some adding up. It is Scotland, Switzerland in the next game. And some people can qualify, can't they? If we get wins for Switzerland and Germany, that group is all done. And the last game will be dead rubbers for 3rd place. We could get 6-6, 0-0, the way the fixtures have indeed fallen. Right, let's just root through the comments one more time, say some hellos and whatnot. Ant, legend. What else have we got here? Zappa, hello from Chicago. Although I'm from Plymouth, Devon. Hold your thoughts on the predictions. We will get there. Yeah, and we probably should, let's speak about this now, actually. Terrible morning this morning. I'm on Twitter. And Matija Sarkic, first, 26 years old, the Millwall keeper, is announced as having passed away. And you're kind of processing that. And then Kevin Campbell, who I actually met back in the day, I think when he was at Forest, possibly. Met him when he used to work in the hotel in Ipswich. Passed away as well. Absolutely shocking. So 26, Sarkic, Campbell, 54. Just absolutely dire news. Two of our kind of footballing brothers on one day. And obviously, a lot of fans of the channel, Millwall fans and Birmingham fans who Sarkic has played for, been at Wolves as well. And Campbell, anyone who watched during the 90s, you know, he played right through, didn't he, with Ian Wright, who's on the screen now at Arsenal, and went off to Forest and Everton to Turkey to West Brom as well. Just pretty brutal morning. And, you know, these guys are our heroes a lot of the time and we admire them, but they're human beings like the rest of us, and we mourn the loss of Kevin Campbell and Matija Sarkic. Terribly, terribly sad. You lads up there will get your predictions in just a jiffy for this one. What we should do is the lineups. Anything in here? Yeah, so sad. 26, no age to die. An 11-year-old. It's not been a good day, has it? Not a good day at all. R.I.P. Sarkic, forever a lion. Yeah. Another sad first. Yeah, and of course the Millwall fans, their owner passed on at this sort of time last season. Not good at all. And yeah, just love, condolences, whatever is the right word to anybody affected and involved. Let's get into today's game and we will have a look at some familiar names at the lineups. So as we build it at the top, it's a new generation for Spain, but we can't forget the recent generation, of course, that so brilliantly won back-to-back Euros. And I suspect quite a lot of that generation played against this Croatian midfield that just are the bionic men of football. We were making these jokes in the last Euros. How are they still going? And here they are. Modric is 38, for goodness sake, now. Right, let's have a little click through. For Spain, in goal, it is Unai Simon. Marc Cucurella is at left back, a familiar one for Premier League fans from Brighton, now at Chelsea. I think 25, seems to have been around for ages. Over the other side, Dani Carvajal, who's got a trophy cabinet as big as my house from his work at Real Madrid. Another Real Madrid player there, Nacho, in at left centre-back. These are the foot mob projections, of course. Look pretty accurate. Robin Lenormand of Real Sociedad is his partner. And now things get a bit spicy in terms of this Spanish lineup. And a lot of eyes on Rodri in central midfield. One of the stars, of course, of the Premier League. A Premier League winner. And apparently Manchester City never, ever, ever, ever lose when he plays. Although they did, didn't they? Fabian Ruiz, or Ruiz. Let's not go down the pronunciation pedant. I'll use my English tongue on these words and not pretend I'm in any way knowledgeable about Spanish. Of PSG. Pedri of Barcelona, a 21-year-old. But if you think he's a youngster, and Musiala last night is a youngster, then wait until you see this guy. Front right for Spain, 16. 16 years old. Lamine Yamal, absolutely incredible to be playing in a major tournament at any age is a hell of an achievement. At 16, I mean, just sensational. Talk about those Croatia players hanging around like cockroaches. There's Alvaro Morata, still playing up top for the Spanish. And Nico Williams is going to be down the other wing. As ever, let us know your take on who you imagine will be the players to watch in the Spain 11 there. Let's move it on to the Croats. Livakovic of Fenerbahce in goal. Down the right-hand side, Josip Stanisic, who's been loaned from Bayern Munich to Bayer Leverkusen. That seems like one of those rather foolhardy loans, considering where those two sides finished respectively in the German Bundesliga this past season. Centre-backs, another Josip Sutalo of Ajax. Marin Pongracic of Lecce. And another Man City player. They're everywhere. Josko Gvardiol, who got lots of people, lots of fantasy points from left back, didn't he, for Manchester City this season. And then look at that midfield. Magnificent. Utterly magnificent. You've got to love these three. Modric, Brozovic, now playing out in Al Nassr. Kovacic. Just, I mean, Modric has to go down as one of the all-time greats now. Croatia's greatest ever player, I'm sure, even ahead of the likes of Prosinecki and Davor Suker, considering what he's done in the club game as well. But the longevity of those guys, just sensational. Up top for the Croats, Lovro Majer of Wolfsburg, Ante Budimir of Osasuna, and Andre Kramaric of Hoffenheim in Germany. Again, let me know your take on the players to watch in this one, who you are indeed excited to see. Let's have a little look at the benches if I get my scroll on here. For the Spanish, Ramiro, Raya of Arsenal, Grimaldo, Laporte, familiar name to Premier League fans as well, Vivian Navas, another one. Man City links, aren't they? Baena, Olmo, Lopez, Zubimendi, Merino, Perez, Torres, Oselu, and Oyarzabal. And for Croatia, Ivicic, Labrovic, Sosa, Vida, Juranovic, Erlic, Susic, Pasalic, Baturina, Vlasic, Petkovic, Perisic, another one of the old school names there, Ivanusek, Pasalic, and Piaka is the bench. De La Fuente, the coach for Spain. Dalic, the coach for Croatia. Let's dive into the comments and see what you guys got to say about that lot. Let's have a look here. Spain are my overall pick, says the Rebel. Same for Jay as well. Lots of comments on Kevin Campbell and Matija Sarkic. Yeah, terrible. Terrible day. Brozovic, Modric, Kovacic, Primovic, Pogranic. Easy for me to say, yeah. Absolutely. Where does Laporte play now? I can answer that question with one click of a button. You will find him out in Saudi, Al Nassr, with Brozovic. A teammate, Jesus Navas. Feels like he's been around for ages. Absolutely. Modric and Kovacic were in the team that beat England in 2007. Oh my God. Seems like an eternity ago. And yet they're still, not only are they still around, they're still here playing at the top level. What keeps me at the top level is doing lovely deals to sponsor the channel with the great people like Beer 52. Let me just give a quick plug for the Beer 52 deal there. You see that lovely box of beer there. You get 8 beers, some bar snacks, a magazine as well. You can have that absolutely for free. You do have to cover the postage though. £5.95 that will cost you. Father's Day tomorrow. Might be a bit late for that one, but if you just want some drinks to enjoy while you're watching the Euros and you're going to go via Beer 52, then why not get your box for free? Just cover the postage, £5.95 that. You need to follow my link there up on the screen, www.beer5252.com/bloom. That's www.beer52.com/bloom. Get yourself your free box of beer. You can have dark beer or craft, beautifully curated. Please drink responsibly. You've got to cover the postage. £5.95. And for the last time, beer52.com/bloom will get you that deal. Let's dive back into the comments. Before we get to the predictions, Kane has been around since 2015 as well, absolutely. Slaven Bilic, Croatia team, yeah. Amen. Russell, I'll be on the plane to see you tomorrow, my friend. And I've paid £5 for the fast track at Birmingham to try and knock down that security queue that we're all hearing about. Smooth transition. And I am just the smoothest of the smooth. Haven't I? Marilena, we'll get onto the predictions in just a jiffy, like the training top of Spain. We're on an ad break, so I can't see it, Liam. I would love to comment. Right, let me just give you a quick heads up here. I don't know if you can see my iPad if I point it up at the screen there. You can't really, but I can tell you the poll. And well, let me tell you what the poll said for Hungary, Switzerland. You lot are smart, aren't you? 521 votes, 42% Switzerland win were correct. 38 though, big number on Hungary who were incorrect. It's a big one on this one as well. Spain, 68% in the poll expect Spain to go ahead and win this game. Only 16% Croatia win and 16% the draw. So that's all nicely set up for Mr. Modric and Brozovic to do their thing. Kovacic in midfield. So why don't we now go to your predictions? Write the teams in for me. I need a scoreline for you for Spain versus Croatia. Have a play up there in the chat as well. Get your predictions in if you're on TikTok. Also, you got 10 seconds on the stinger. Predictions in for this one. Spain versus Croatia in Group B. What is your scoreline? 68% were with Spain. What say you? Predictions in right now. Right, let me know what you've got for me in the comments in terms of your predictions. I will read as many as we can. Lots of comments still in, understandable for Matthias Sarkic and Kevin Campbell. Yeah, brutal morning reading about that today. Not what you want to see at all. We will get to your predictions. I just want to say a giant thank you to Annie, absolute legend there. We did great on the Super Chat. We had a lot of people donating yesterday. Thank you so much for doing that. Annie, 79p on the Super Chat. Every little helps. Annie has done a lot of Super Chats over the season. We really, really do appreciate that. Before we get into your predictions, I will just say, if you want to support the channel, like Annie has just done, you can interact. That's absolutely free and helps us out, keep things moving. Just hit like, comment in the live chat, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Comment up there on TikTok as well. You can donate like Annie has just done, which is greatly appreciated, especially in this close season. Or you can join up. Hit the join button to become a member, or join up on Patreon as well. The join button is just literally down there. In the words of Gwen Stefani, what you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? I think there's another what you waiting in there. I'm trying to do it in my non-American accent part. There you go. You can join our WhatsApp group, get early access. So, for example, if you remember, my hour-long interview with Kieran Maguire that comes out tomorrow on the channel at 10 a.m. You can already watch that membership perk there, and you can join our wonderful round table chats each and every month. Come and chop it up with me and the gang. Let me know your take on the beautiful game. Those are ways to support the channel, but let's have a look at your predictions. All right, what do we got here? Are you going with the 68% on the poll? Dave is 3-1 Spain. It is 2-1 Spain, according to Liam. Both teams to score we're going on. Family, Desmond there. Give me the goals, you lot. Ewan's also gone for the Desmonds. The East Block, another one. Is that 3 Desmonds in a row? Has that ever happened on the channel? Dempsey Doe, 4-2. Someone's got to say 0-0 now, just to even this out. There you go, Stefan. Right on cue. We love to see it. Desert Toon, 2-1 to the Spanish. There's another effing nil. Another Desmond as well. What's in the water here? And here. Thank you again for the super chat, and most grateful. 3-1 to the Spanish, to the Spaniards. That's referee Oliver. I recognise him out the front there. Spain to score first, says the East Block. 2-1, says the Rebel, in Spain's favour. 3-2 Spain, Marilena. What's it you're waiting for? Is that how it said? There you go. Get these effing nils in from Ant and from Neil, just to even out all of those beautiful Desmonds and 3-2s and whatnots in there. Right, players in the channel. Look at Mark Cucurella's hair. Utterly tremendous stuff. A man after my own heart. Did say you won't like my prediction. I hate your prediction. Deary me. There's a prediction I like, Marilena. One day you'll get 1 million views. Feels like I've been waiting a long time to get 1 million views, but I love doing what we do, and it's been fantastic, and we're beautifully supported here. Can't believe, Ben, that your team got to go to Dreamland before. Oh, don't. Yeah, don't. This is how you get your comment read out here. Your hair is looking lovely today, I have to say. I've had to cut my beard short to cover up all the grey, though. Everyone knows that trick, don't they? Hey? Dear oh me. Right, players in the tunnel. I think I've done all of my housekeeping. So we can probably play a little game of who's your team. Let me know the team you support down there in the chat. We'll shout out as many as we possibly can. No stupid answers. I'm going to skip over them. You've got 20 seconds. Let me know the name of the team you support. Get it in the chat right now. Right, let's give a shout out to as many of your teams as we can. If you can get them in the chat, I'll let it roll a little bit as the players come out for them, their national anthems. Why can't I open up this video on my iPad? That's not helpful. Wanted to track the likes. Oh dear. We'll open up YouTube again. Brutal. If I can't find it, how can you lot? There we go. Right. Let's have a little looky. Sorry, I'll give you a few seconds longer. There I am. Lovely stuff. 32 likes. Right. Let's give a shout out to all of your teams here. Fulham. Or Neil's Fulham. Ant's Leicester. Ewan's Norwich. Freshly Dead. The Villa. The East Block. Millwall. QPR forever. QPR. Family. Millwall and Ingerland. Christopher with the Liverpool badge. Liverpool. Declan, Galway United, we love that. Newcastle for Desert Toon. Promotion given, Ipswich. And here, Bristol City, Dempsey Doe. Forest, back at the shed, Chelsea. Liam, the real Dons, MK Dons. And Plymouth, Argyle, down in the southwest, Andrew. What a great mix of fans we've got, as always. We're just going through the Croat national anthem now. We're going to try and do something vaguely clever today, which could, I'm sure, go completely wrong. After all the back and forth about where are we during the game, we are going to attempt to get a clock up, okay? Which could end in a cock up, but let's just click a couple of buttons and hopefully we might be able to make this a regular feature on the channel if I can actually use my technology properly. Thank you, Richard, for your help figuring this out. Richard from Blue Monday. Right, has that worked? There we go. If this works without a hitch, with my technical prowess or lack of therein, then I'll be amazed. But ho-hum, we'll see how it goes. Spain, national anthem occurring right now. Keep your comments coming in as we head to kickoff. Dempsey Day, I reckon if the Croatians weren't so much of an aged team, they'd be able to shock at the Euros. That's just what they do, isn't it? Sensational achievements over the years from the Croats. I've seen them get to the FA Cup, God's sake, World Cup, semi-final and final in 98 and 2018. And even last time, they looked dead and buried in the last World Cup about 5 times and still managed to... Where did they end up, Croatia? Quarterfinals last time? Sensational. Right, we're on the last ad break and we're about to go in Spain versus Croatia, the first game in Group B. The other 2 teams in Group B are Albania and Italy, who will be playing tonight in the 8 p.m. kickoff. And that will be my last game for a couple of days. As I said, I'm off to our man Russ, who's been a great supporter of the channel, off to his wedding in Italy. We'll try, while I'm out there, to get some reaction to the England game. And I'll try my absolute damnedest to watch it. But it may not be possible. But do not worry. Fear not, we will be back on Tuesday to continue the Euro coverage and the watch-alongs. Right, they're just rattling through the 11s now on the ITV coverage. And we should be getting going soon. Seaman, Carvajal, Norman, Nacho, Cucurella, Pedri, Rodri, Ruiz, Yamal, Morata, and Williams is the 11 for the Spanish. It's Jose Perez, the only player in either squad who has also played in the Championship. Good question. Someone in the chat will have you on that one. The Croats, Livakovic, Stanisic, Sutalo, Pongracic, Gvardiol, Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic, Meyer, Budimir, Kramaric. I hope Spain win the Euros, Ryan. I mean, I hope England win the Euros, but Spain might win the Euros. We will see. And they're all in a big huddle pre-game. None of the Spanish players singing, yeah. I like the Tony Adams version of the English national anthem. Tremendous to see the players getting hyped up for it. Helen, welcome to you in the chat. It's Luka Modric against Rodri in central midfield. One of the current great midfielders and one of the all-time great midfielders, you would have to say, in that particular matchup. We are looking good to go. It is Spain v Croatia in Group B. Referee Oliver has his whistle to his mouth. The Croats are going to kick us off. And we are go in Group B. It is Spain versus Croatia. This stadium is where the final will be played. Is it really? They're not going to play it in the Bayern Munich one. Interesting. France and Germany will get to the final. Modric immediately on the ball, trying to poke it through. The classic outside of the foot pass attempted there from Luka Modric. Nacho goes home. And Simon has the ball. Knocks it out to Lenormand. And Spain immediately show us the tempo they would like to be passing at during this game. Want to keep it nice and slow. Circulate the ball very much like a club side, modern club possession side Spain they've been over the years. Helpful when they had all those Barcelona players. Cucurella knocks that into Morata. Carvajal, nice ball down the line. Here's the 16-year-old then. What you got, son? Yamal turns inside. Carvajal knocks that one back in to Lenormand. And just circulating the ball. Croatia in a 4-4-1-1 shape, contrary to the sort of 4-3-3 we were expecting. Maybe that's just their out of possession shape for the Croats. Slide through for Morata, attempted. And the Croats clear their lines. And the game so far is Spain having the ball and Croatia sitting behind it. Can we cope with an hour and a half of this? Hopefully it's not the complete pattern of the game and there's a few more facets to it, but just on the basis of the first 2 minutes, there's one pinged in behind. The Germans did that beautifully yesterday, didn't they? If anyone's getting triggered by having the clock on the screen, YouTube does put a delay on what I'm doing. You can head to TikTok if you're massively triggered by that delay. You can pause your coverage on ITV if you're watching. I'm watching on ITV1 HD. And the pattern so far, Spain have the ball, Croatia sit behind it, but they are now in possession for the first time. It's going to be a slow-paced one, this one, a technical game. Although Spain do snap into the press there. And Sutalo is forced to go home. Back to Livakovic. Out it goes to Mayer, the right winger, who's not very far up the pitch. Quick throw in up the line in the shadows on that far side. Modric knocks it off. Attempted big switch of play, but Carvajal all over that and heads back to Simon. A game of chess so far, but they have broken through the lines now, Spain. And it's out to the young fella, Yamal, on the right wing. He's up against Gvardiol. Be a fun battle, that one. Tries to put the cross in, goes loose, knocked off to the edge of the box by Pedri. Shot was on there maybe for Ruiz. Tries to feed it back through to Pedri. I know I never listen to people who yell shoot in the crowd, but good, had a crack there. Loving the clock. There we go. Stops me doing the timestamps, Declan, doesn't it, hey? Xabi Alonso might get to coach Spain one day. I think Xabi Alonso, on the basis of his first season in football, might get to coach whoever the hell he wants over his time. He's good luck keeping that level up. Incredible start. Here is Yamal down the right. Into the box. He knocks it back to Carvajal. Carvajal crosses first time. Horrible cross by Carvajal. Easily cleared. And it's back with Lenormand. Spain on top, but it's Croatia, isn't it? They'll happily be able to sit there, and Croatia can take more punches than any team in world football and still not get knocked out, can't they? Not that we're in the knockouts yet, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? Your comments in up there on TikTok as well if you are indeed watching up there. Williams down the left of Williams into the box. Fair shoulder to shoulder there. Williams ran out of pitch, didn't he? It was Citalo, the Ajax centre-half, who just went 50-50. Nothing wrong with that one, guys. We don't need VAR to be having a look at that. Will England make the final of the Euros again? I hope so, Ewan. I sincerely hope so. There's a giveaway. Yamal knocks it back. Morata shoots left-footed. Weak strike by Morata. Bad giveaway by Croatia there. And typically, he proper shanked that into the ground, didn't he? Typically, we've had two openings in this game. One of them, well, both sort of similar distance from goal. One of them, I'm saying, take the shot on. Ruiz tried to pass it through. The other one, I'm thinking, keep hold of that, work this, and he takes the shot on. There we go. Stoke have signed Ben Gibson from Norwich, second signing. What are my thoughts on him? Well, I liked him very much. Didn't have a good playoff game, did he, against Leeds? But nobody did in that Norwich team. Expensive one that Norwich needed to get off the books, I think. Good luck to him at Stoke. Keep your questions coming, your comments coming. We love them. Spain 0. Croatia 0. There's a little poke through to Morata. Croatia absorbing everything so far. Maya gets it and didn't really help his defence out there. Facing backwards, the right winger gives the throwaway, which Cucurella takes. And Spain look pretty good. Not quite as frantic and frankly impressive as the Germans were starting their game, but I suppose they did have the whole nation behind them and home advantage yesterday, but a not very good Scotland team in front of them. Oh, sorry, that's not fair. A not very good Scotland performance up against them. Williams knocks that back. Rodri. It's back into the centre halves. Nacho. Little switch of play by Rodri. Carvajal takes it off Lenormand. Throw a blanket over the Croatians, couldn't you? They are in a tight, deep defensive shape here. And although they've given up a couple of shots so far, they're hardly clinging on. Good press again from the Spaniards early in this one. They're definitely the protagonists. Spain, Croatia, the antagonists. Is England, Germany in the final a possibility? I'm sure if you do one of the sides finishing in third place, you can pretty much come up with any possibility. Gary on TikTok. I'm not going to read that question, but apparently it happens 14 times a day to all of us. Even Margot Robbie, hey? How about that? Guess the question on YouTube. You don't want to. Spain, France in the final, says Jay. Ryan says Spain beating England in the final. I can't take it, Ryan. Stop it. Do I reckon my hair is better than Mark Cucurella? No, I don't. His is bigger and wider and blacker and younger. In goes the free kick from Spain. It's a poor one from Nico Williams. Given away. 10 minutes gone. 0-0. Welcome, Joe, in the chat. Welcome everybody in the chat. Great to be spending the early evening kickoff with you lot here on YouTube, on Twitter as well up there, and on TikTok up there as well. Pongracic. Little one inside to Gvardiol. Around the corner to Kovacic, his Man City compadre. It's given away though. Rodri knocks it inside to Nacho. Patient to a fault, this Spanish team, aren't they? Begovic off to Newcastle on a free. Reunited with Eddie Howe then, Dave. Diag there looking for Williams from Ruiz. Just overhit that one. And the chess match continues. Again, they've caught them with their press playing out there. Spain catching Croatia, that is. Foul drawn there. Yamal is the one who gets penalised. Kovacic. He bought that one, didn't he? As we see from the replay. Mayer, give and go. Just going to open up for Croatia down the left. They've had to go back into centre back and Pongracic. Kovacic. Pongracic. Gvardiol, Pongracic, Sutalo. Coming into it now a little bit, Croatia. Kovacic. Modric knocks that one into the front. Modric's little feint there. It's flipped over now and you've got Spain sat behind the ball and Croatia moving it around. Moving it nicely, to be fair. Kramaric. Big high ball to the back post. Gvardiol tries to kill it in one. And it's kind of expected with these international players, with Man City level players, that you bring that one down out of the sky. It's not a great first touch. Carvajal just whacks it against him. And a good move breaks down. So we count the number of times on TikTok I get called Puyol. Whatever. 7,000 for the tournament so far. Afternoon, Marlon. My Saturday is lovely. Will it be a lovely Saturday for Spain or for Croatia? Looks like there's not going to be a lot between these two sides, doesn't it? Although here's a break now for Yamal, the youngster. Can he get past the last man? No, he can't. That was too easy for Pongracic. He had him in a real... That's really poor, actually, isn't it? He had him in a real difficult-looking position if he'd managed to just work him at the last there, but dribbles up to the centre half and then just miskicks it, frankly. Pretty poor. But they've won it a few times. You wonder if that may be Spain's main route to goal. Nicking it on the press and quickly attacking rather than... I don't know, Croatia strike me as a team that knows how to defend. That one's lifted over the top. Simon out from goal. Has to use his head, literally. Mayer. It's going to be another throw-in to the Croatians. 15 gone. This is the first exciting match of the tournament between two class teams. Yeah, I would say it's the most heavyweight matchup. Remember, in this group, we get Italy versus Spain and Italy versus Croatia as well. Sorry, Albania. That's probably as big as it gets in terms of, big head-to-heads in the group phases. Stanisic knocks it back into the centre halves. Pongracic. Sutalo. Kovacic. Very cat and mouse, this one. Both sides well drilled. Both sides strong team shape. And both sides patient enough to let the other get back into said strong team shape. It's a foul by Cucurella. Silly tackle out on Maya. He's the wrong side of him. He's got cover. Doesn't need to make the tackle. And he's given away a free kick. That Croatia can stick in the box. Lovro Maya of Wolfsburg knew he was coming, didn't he? Luka Modric is going to take the free kick. Well, actually, he might not. One of two over the free kick, Modric. Involved in any sweepstakes? Tom, I'm not. I suppose being self-employed puts paid to that. Let me know who you got in the chat if you're in any Euro sweepstakes. Free kick, Croatia. Here comes Modric. Dummies it. Goes in left-footed, headed away by Morata, who was just in that zone in front of everybody, where you stick a not massive striker, and he heads it away easily. Kovacic. Croatia, I would say, have been the better side since about minute 10, haven't they? Spain have been on top since the opening of the game, as soon as I say that. Unforced error and a throw to Spain. I wooing your video. What does that mean? Is that like Ric Flair woo? Forget the likes of Haaland and Mbappe. I think Rodri may be the best player in the world. Yeah, it's a nice gig if you can get it, Rodri's, isn't it? Pinging it around in central midfield for Man City and Spain, but he's jolly good at it, isn't he? Throw in Spain, Carvajal. Pressed by Kramaric, forces Pedri all the way home. And the keeper there, Simon, plays it straight back to Croatia. You're going to have to work hard to win this game, unless, of course, it's a set play that does it. Pongracic has won the foul. I think he thought he could have gone on then and taken the advantage. Jess Raksaki to join Millwall, hey? He was the one all the championship teams possibly wanted on loan at the start of last season. After starring for, where was he? Was it Charlton? Can't remember. The season before. Feels like a long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. I can still remember where Raksaki used to go on loan. Stanisic. Maya knocks it back into the centre half. So that's been the most played ball by Croatia, hasn't it? Tried to work something in midfield and had to turn back and use the centre halves or Kovacic. There's a nice switch of play though to Gvardiol. Spain press is good and Carvajal's right breathing down his neck immediately. As we come towards the midway point of the first half. And neither side, neither nor have this game by the scruff of the neck controlling it yet. You wonder, is it a set player, a long-range goal, or a mistake, an outlier type goal, if you can call a set play an outlier. Feels like it at the moment. Oh, there's a lovely attempted slide through there, looking for Budimir, who's barely had a touch. I think it's Brozovic who tried to slide him through, just put too much on it. Which kind of illustrates my point a little bit, that in general play, it feels like it's going to be really hard for either of these teams to score. Neither side looks like they're going to be easily ripped open, so to speak. Easily breached. Nice ball through the lines there. It's worked out to Stanisic. Puts the cross in. Finds Budimir. It's a really hard header, that one. Got in front of his man, but he's touch tight, Normand. Willing to take the hit. Keeper appreciates that. Unai Simon. And it's a goal kick to Spain as we reach the midway point in the first half in 5 seconds' time. Looks like both sides are smelling blood when the goal kicks get taken. Thinking that's when they're going to win the ball and make themselves a decent chance. It's worked better for Spain so far rather than Croatia. Keep your comments coming in. Pedri to score anytime. Nico Williams to score first. When's that first goal going to be? Does feel like you might have to be patient waiting for it, and you might have to enjoy it, because we might be under 1.5 on the goals today. Adam Lallana back at Southampton. Lovely stuff. It's gone full circle. Ball goes home to Livakovic. This is where Spain have pressed well, and they've done so again, actually. It's out for a throw, but Croatia haven't once been able to, play right in the first 20 metres of the pitch to build up any kind of movement there, which speaks well for the Spanish pressing and how high up pitch that's occurring. Lifted forward by Modric. Stanisic kind of won that one and didn't know where the ball had bounced. It looked like it bounced for him as well if he just charged forward. Saw it come in when I saw Brighton released him. Lallana. Destined to head back to Southampton. Foul around the centre circle there, Budimir. The guilty party. Haaland and Odegaard for letting Scotland qualify. How dare they? Although the Scots have turned up in gigantic numbers, as we saw last night, filling the stadium in Munich. Oh, nice strength in central midfield. from Kovacic. Livakovic has to go long this time. And Spain have won it. Can they use it? Williams right-footed cross to the back post. And Yamal can't bring it down. Modric was playing international football before Yamal was born. Ridiculous. Goal kick, Croatia. The Pepsi Max is nearly down. Excuse me. The Pepsi Max is down. Home it goes from Lenormand to Simon. And they're racking up a few passes and a bit of possession. Although I think the most recent stats said Croatia have had more of it. Yeah, 56-44, according to FootMob, in front of me. Might be a little bit of a lag on that stat. There often is in the real-time reporting through various apps. Maya knocks that one back into Sotalo. Bezareza. Fancy this could be the first goalless game. We don't want to see that, do we? You might be right, though. +3 goals was the bet over there. Yeah. I'll reiterate my point. I think you're going to have to work hard to score in this game. And all those conversations we've had about international knockout football being ultimately pragmatic, this game makes it look a little more like that. Not accusing anyone of parking the bus or being too defensive, but both sides aren't going to give away a goal easily, put it that way, looking at their setups. Although I do like the Spanish pressing. Right up on halfway line there, Croatia try to go long, and here they are on a counter-attack. Oh, and that slipped right through the middle. Morata is in on goal, and there is the opening goal for Spain. We said you're going to have to work hard to score in this one, but it was just a ball straight through the middle. Morata, he gets a bit of ribbing for his finishing, but he took that fairly easily with the left foot, and it is Spain 1, Croatia 0. Well, that should open things up. He took it really well, didn't he? He didn't look like he was going to sprint away from anyone or hold them off, but he just manages to get a good touch, Morata, and I mean, it's right down the middle of the goal, isn't it? But he hits it on the run. He doesn't get too close to the keeper. And there is the opening goal from Alvaro Morata as Spain 1, Croatia 0. That should open things up just a little bit, shouldn't it? Croatia have been pretty stiff to deal with so far, haven't they? But they're losing this game if they don't get a goal now. So we'll see if that just sends the game in a little bit of a different sort of strategic direction, particularly from the Croat. So it's Morata. There's my prediction. Gone. 1-0 goal. Morata, choice for top scorer. Let me just break off here. It's opened up. Kovacic all the way into the box. Kovacic left-footed. Ooh. Saved by Simon, but pretty decent chance there, wasn't it? To go through the legs. Yeah, it's not in the corner, is it? In fact, fair play to Nacho. He hits his knee on the way through, doesn't it? Which does send it more into the keeper's arms. There goes the 0-0 Bang. Typical. Absolutely. Nothing is decided on day one, not even for Scotland. Spain win and Italy to beat Albania to make my Saturday. Late change of plans. Some bonus football. Lee Dixon is doing my head in. I wonder if Ben is on. Here I am, Wayne. Come and join the fun. And it's fun for Spain, who've just taken the lead. Do you know, I thought it'd be Croatia scoring like that, if anyone. Sort of absorbing. Quick ball through the middle. Who sent that ball through, by the way? Ruiz. Completely split the defence wide open, didn't it? And Morata did what he needed to. Here's Yamal off the right wing. Good feet by the 16-year-old. His cross is blocked. Still trying to dribble around Brozovic. It's Pedri. Ruiz. Oh, nice feet. Ruiz dances into the box. That's a brilliant goal. That's the best goal of the tournament so far. And Spain go 2-0 up. Really superb feat by Fabian Ruiz on the edge of the box. The finish is good, but what came before it is superb. And Spain, bang, bang, are 2-0 up against Croatia. How about that? Spain are cruising. Well, it was Ruiz who had the chance to shoot on the edge of the box much earlier in the game. Look at that touch there. See you later. In the other court. That's a brilliant goal. Love it. Inside, outside USA. For you purists, it does take a little deflection, doesn't it? Doesn't change direction massively, but by the Sam Parkin rules, the purists call that a deflection. But I love the little dribble and change of direction and shimmy beforehand. Great stuff by Ruiz. And Spain, out of nowhere, are 2-0 up. How about that? Fotis Lonitis. Okay, nice. Ooh. Chance for Croatia. Side netting. Oh, it was hit by Brozovic. I can't keep up with this. It's Brozovic on the edge of the box. Decent enough strike. Parried away. Really good save, actually, the first one. And a horrible finish. And the second one by Mayer. Brilliant goal. Fantastic solo footwork. When you get coffee at 0-0. Now it's 2-0. There you go. Go and get another one in 5 minutes, freshly dead. Mr. Parkin joining you for any Euro games. I'll ask him. We can certainly get his take on the tournament at some point. I think he might be enjoying his close season. Spain 2, Croatia 0. Spain laying down the marker. Italy and Albania are the other two teams in this group. So let's be honest, Spain laying down the marker to Italy, which now makes that game between Italy and Croatia a pretty important one for the Croats, assuming they can't pull something out of the bag to get back into this one. Gonna be tricky at 2-0 down. Williams. It's a weird one, this. Doesn't feel like a 2-0 game, does it? But just exploded into action. Back-to-back goals. 29 and 32 on the clock for those two goals. Yeah, exactly. The chess match turned into speed chess. We've got some carnage. I don't know enough about chess to give a good analogy. But a couple of big pieces have just been checkmated, if that's the right word. It's probably not. Knocked off the board, you know what I mean. Corner Spain. Right-footed, and it goes from Williams. He wins it, actually, on the near post, Lenormand. I think he wanted another corner. Who did that come off last? Don't know. Jump with Pongracic. Goal kick given. Welcome everybody up there on TikTok as well. We're so pleased to be speaking to all of you on Twitter and on YouTube and indeed on TikTok. So throw in. Cucurella takes it for Spain. Pedri. Carvajal. Pedri, neat and tidy. Rodri. Carvajal. Pedri. Nicely done. Rodri looks after the ball beautifully. He's never given it away, is he? In the end, Carvajal has to go back into the centre halves. But it's good from Spain now. They're in control in terms of the scoreline. Controlling the ball now as well. Fired into Williams, knocks it off. Cucurella into the box. Cucurella hits the deck. Referee Oliver was pretty immediately certain there wasn't going to be a penalty given there. And I think I agree with him. Just seeing that lovely bit of footwork from Ruiz again. From right to left to right again, and then slams it into the corner for the second goal. It's strange in this tournament so far. Every team that's taken the lead has then gone 2-0 up, haven't they? Is that right? Yeah, Germany did, Switzerland did, and Spain did. All gone on and got the second goal, which is lovely for us neutrals who just want loads of goals and fun and games. Who's got that in the face? Pedri. Off Kovacic. Gives us the opportunity, while he's having the concussion protocol, to see if we can notch up a few more likes on this here video. I think we're at 33. Is that the updated total? Let me just click and see if I can get a 43. Right, let's see if we can get closer, more like 50. If you haven't liked the video already, you've got 20 seconds to do it right now. Everyone hit the like, spike those likes, like those spikes. Appreciate all your support with all the lovely requests I have for you each and every stream. Spike those likes. Indeed, I stole that from myself there. Thumbs up, pal. Thank you, everybody. 47. We're closing in on the 50 as we come towards the end of the first half. Spain 2. Croatia 0. Did not expect there to be a 2-goal advantage in this game before half-time on the basis of the first 25 minutes. But there you go. Quick bit of action. Germany looked like they got their mojo back, which is worrying. No disrespect, Scotland were awful last night. I think both of those things are very much true. Bez up. Bez up. Livakovic hits that long, the Croatian goalkeeper. Big header at the back there by Lenormand. Modric pulls it out of the sky and is fouled by Rodri. Fernandinho would be proud of that tactical foul there on Luka Modric by Rodri. Brozovic. Maya. Brozovic. Gets it back again. Pongracic, Brozovic, Modric. Floaty ball. Nice take by Kramaric. Bursts forward. It's knocked on to Maya, who's onside and at the back post. Oh, how have they not scored? My God. Gvardiol hit it across the goal. There was a definite yellow card in the build-up for Rodri. I wonder if that will get looked at. Oh, my God. Who's that arriving on the back stick? Fired across goal. Oh, it's Budimir, who's supposed to be playing in the number 9. He's got to be ready for that, hasn't he? Sticking that in the back of the net. Close as Croatia have come. I think Rodri got away with that pull, especially after the foul he committed before. Another foul he has to go in the book. Rodri. Not quite sure how they didn't end up scoring then. Virtually the only way those two players couldn't combine for a goal was the ball going where it ended up going. Spain pressing massively high again. Can't win the ball back on this one, but it has gone out for a goal kick which Croatia have taken. Quickly, Brighton have hired the youngest manager in the history of the Premier League. Has he gone through now? Need to learn his name now. I'll just refer to him as the 31-year-old. Oh, can't be yawning this early in the day or this early in the tournament. I reckon I might have a bit of Spanish in me. Very nice, Ryan. I'm trying to remember what DNA.com or we did a blooming DNA test for my heritage, which is pretty boring. Very British I am, with some Norse left over from the pillaging, presumably. Nothing surprising. Simon. Lenormand. Pedri. Ruiz. Neat and tidy from Spain. Oh, nice ball down the line. Cucurella overlap. Nice pattern of play there. Cucurella tries to cross it in. That's unlucky. Took a deflection. Got blocked essentially and spooned towards the keeper. The cutback was very much on, wasn't it? Just wise to it there, Maya. Fair play covering back from the wing. Nice little sidestep there by Sutalo, avoiding the press. Modric. Gvardiol. Maya has swapped wings over on the left now. Turns back. Kovacic. Kramaric. Kramaric winds one up from miles out. He says, who did I have to pass it to? As he slams the ball wide from long, long range. Welcome, Richard. Yet to see a cagey game. This was cagey for the first 20 minutes, then a bang, bang. Need to give Richard some thanks for that up there. We worked on that together this morning. And it appears to be working. See how we get on switching it to the second half one, right? What could possibly go wrong? We're into stoppage time in the first half. The 45 is up. Croatia would love a goal. Spain would love them not to score. 2-minute stoppage time it will be. Swung in back stick. Headed away. Filthy touch by Modric to take it down. Edge of the box. Kovacic, who I think Luton fans will remember, slamming one in the top corner. Not quite from that far out. Just forcing it at the moment, Croatia, which is feather in the cap, I guess, for the Spanish. Ryan, there will be no Italy-Albania watch-along. In fact, there'll be no watch-alongs now until Tuesday. I am heading to Italy for a wedding in the middle of Sunday, and I'll be back in the middle of Tuesday. And I'm guessing, someone tell me, what's the 8 p.m. Game on Tuesday? I'm guessing that's when we'll be back. Williams charging forward down the right, gets the cross over. Pongracic sticks it in the stand. Just shanked it, didn't he? He knows a decent ball there. It's Pedri arriving in the 6-yard box. It's going to be a corner for Spain. This will be the last phase of play of the half. I've got 15 seconds. Minimum stoppage time to go. Williams. Yamal. Oh, searching cross by Yamal. It is 3-0. And the 16-year-old has come up trumps. Been saying no end product so far. That was a hell of a cross. And it is poked into the back of the net. And this one's all done. Danny Carvajal is going up to the camera and giving it the big heart. I think he's the goal scorer. It's all about the cross. It's all about Spain. Game over. Spain 3, Croatia 0. What about that cross from the 16-year-old? Worth. I think he shinned it in Carvajal, but who cares with a cross that good? Look at that. Actually, give him credit. It does come off his instep, doesn't it? No, it's a really... No, I'm apologising right now. He did not shin that in. That's a really good finish from the third replay. And they are bossing this one, Spain. In fact, the halftime whistle has just gone. And Croatia are going to wonder what's hit them. Haven't played that badly, have they? The Croats. Let me just do some jiggery-pokery so I can bring the numbers up for you. But I'm guessing, and I promise I haven't looked at them, it's going to say possession quite good. And I bet it's also going to say Spain's finishing's been a little bit lethal when we look at their shot game and their XG game and all of that good stuff. As I disappear off the screen. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's just have a look at the numbers and we'll try and sort of tell the story of the first half as well. And yeah, I'm right. Let's bring that up on the screen. There you go. Why is that not higher up? Sorry, my bad. Let's go on that screen like that. Yeah, look, 57% possession for the Croats. Spain, 1.28 XG. They got 3 goals from it. And from 6 shots. How many shots they had on target? Can I see that on here? There we go, stats. 4 shots on target, 3 goals. This has been a bit of a lethal attacking display by the Spaniards. And if you think about the 3 goals, one of them, they just caught up the pitch, Croatia. Not massively up the pitch, but that one ball through by Ruiz, who's going to be in line for man of the match, split the defence. Morata going through hardly looked like prime Michael Owen, did he? But he had enough pace, he had enough strength, and his shot was good enough to beat the keeper in the 1v1. Second goal was brilliant, wasn't it? By Ruiz, who went... which way did he go? He went left, right, and then left again. And then the shot went back in the other corner. Took on 2. Great close control. And that was the bang-bang, 29 and 32 minutes. Croatia are trying to force it, aren't they? A few long-range strikes by the Croats. And then, set play. I think Williams won it, didn't he? Down the right-hand side. They'd swap wings, actually, for that sort of attack. Corner ends up going short. Did they take it short or did it get cleared? I can't quite remember. And then Yamov, absolutely brilliant cross from the 16-year-old. And Carvajal, the right back, pokes it in to the back of the net. Incredible. 3-0. Let's have a look at some comments. Call it. I daren't do this because people clip it out when I get it wrong. Bloody hell. Wow. Awful half for Croatia. It's so weird, isn't it, Jay? Because you're right. It is an awful half. It can't not be an awful half at 3-0. But doesn't feel like a 3-0 game. Spain have just taken all of their chances virtually, haven't they? Tremendous stuff. Croatia have to bring the big guns off the bench. Haven't seen a half like it since last night. Yeah, right. Exactly. Mike, it'll end up like the Germany-Scotland game. We shall see. Youth plus experience. Spain in the sweepstake could be a bingo. Danny Carvajal, what a goal. Get in, lad. Good back, I think, with Spain. I don't know what that means, but lots of thumbs up. Spain will win it. What, the whole tournament? Or just this game indeed? Right, get your comments in. We're going to take a little break now for the next 4 or so minutes. I'm going to make a coffee. Apologies to you lot on TikTok. You don't get a nice little routine at halftime. You're just going to get a blank screen, but we will. I need to put up a sign on the chair, don't I, saying be right back. But be right back is the order of the day. Get your comments in, and we will see you back in 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Go make a cup of tea and get your comments in the meantime. Well, what about that? What about this tournament so far? Christ. Germany 5, Scotland 1, Switzerland 3, Hungary 1. And we're guaranteed a minimum of 3 goals in this one. The goals are flying in early in the tournament. And, my God, it's Spain 3, Croatia 0. Get your comments in on the first half. Just everything seemed to go in for Spain. Doesn't feel like a 3-0 game, but the way this tournament's going, if you're on top, the goals are flying in, and everyone who's going 1-0 up are going 2-0 up. And 3-0 up in 2 of the games as well. Let's read your stuff at half time. What do we got here? Kettle's on. The kettle's on, so don't be long. Monche, who's that? Robbie Williams. Let me entertain you. That's the first thing that came into my head there. As Ben says, Spain's chances all went in. 3-3 full time. I'll take the excitement. I'm sure the Spanish fans won't take it. Great first half. Unless you're a Croatia fan. All the best players from the Balkans are in the Serbian team. I reckon Wayne, Croatia have looked leggy compared to the buzz of Spain. That I would agree with. Not necessarily leggy in terms of tired, but Spain have been pressing from the word go, and you can see Croatia immediately fold into that 4-4-1-1 shape. Another team for England to worry about when we're here. Rich, sorry to take us down a more reflective. Yeah, any abiding memories of Matthias Sarkic and Kevin Campbell? Yeah, we spoke about this a bit at the top of the show. I'm trying to remember. It must have been Nottingham Forest in, I don't know, 98. When did Forest go up with Van Hooijdonk and Campbell up front? Scored a ton of goals between them. I did meet Kevin Campbell briefly then, and I know Mr. Dorr, my friend through making content, has become good friends with him. And so positive, Kevin Campbell as well, always in the bow tie, always, preaching positivity and telling everyone to have a great day. Just terrible. And Sarkic, aged 26. Speaking of memories, am I right in saying, it must have been Sarkic in goal. I did Birmingham, Millwall. I think conceded a penalty and then saved a penalty. Must have been the last time I would have seen him play. Is that right, Millwall fans? Would have been back in September, I think. Same day Ipswich beat Cardiff 3-2, because I listened to it on the way back. Yeah. 97, 98. Yeah, I'm sure that was when I met the Forest team there. But yeah, just sad day. Sad news. Very, very much. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Euros. So later tonight, as I say, I'm tapping out now until Tuesday night, although we will try and react to the England game tomorrow. So it's Italy, Albania, gauntlet thrown down by Spain in this group. Tomorrow, Poland, Netherlands at 2, Slovenia, Denmark at 5, Serbia, England. Obviously, Serbia, England and Slovenia, Denmark is the same group. Poland and Netherlands. That's then going to be made up on Monday when I am out of action at a wedding. But it is Romania, Ukraine, Belgium, Slovakia, Austria, France. I'm going to be back on Tuesday. And it's going to be Portugal, Czechia is going to be the next watch along, because I'm going to have to take Enid to dance class at 4 o'clock. So the 5 o'clock game, Turkey and Georgia. And we'll try and get back for Portugal, Czechia. I think Germany-Hungary might be our game on Wednesday. Busy. Let me just say. Anyone know much about Bergzog, who Middlesbrough just signed? Any Huddersfield fans in to help Graham on that one. 26 years of age and collapsed. Not good. Not good at all. I'll have a quid on Slovenia. Very nice. Looks just like having the captain chat to the ref has worked so far. Hate to say it, in the tournament so far, no refereeing controversies yet. If Albania win tonight, somehow then the group of death just got nuked. Absolutely. Are Romanians underestimated? Probably, but everyone's going with the favourites here. Aren't they? Shocked by this game, Croatia to nick it. Spain looking ominous. Italy, the coffee, the pizza, the gelato. We had pizza. We had the 2 for 12 quid deal in Marks and Spencer's down the road yesterday for dinner. Alan Hansen, that's another bit of bad news. We're unfortunately going to be expecting Alan Hansen very unwell as well. Sad time, isn't it? Sad time at the moment. But yeah, we'll leave it there with the condolences for Kevin Campbell and Matija Sarkic. It should be polls out on all of those games, Ryan, if you want to vote in the community tab. Let me just give you the latest on where those are. Italy, 85% predicting the win for Italy. How about that? The Croats lined up in the tunnel. Let me get my second half clock lined up also. I'm going to mess this up at some point during the tournament, so let's give it a bit of space today. We're trying to get the clocks on the screen for you each and every game. There you go. He's messed it up massively. That's going to go up there. I told you in advance I was going to do that, didn't I, hey? As referee Oliver steps out, ready for the second half. Is that Perisic? They're playing all the hits here. Perisic in as well. He's not taken out one of Modric, Brozovic or Kovacic, has he? He might have. Ivan Perisic is in. As we get ready for the second half of Spain versus Croatia, we'll rattle through the teams in a minute. It is 3-0 to the Spanish. As referee Oliver takes his cue from TV, no doubt. Checks his watch. And away we go. Keep the comments coming throughout the second half. We should be back for Portugal and Czechia on Tuesday night. That will be the next one. Fingers crossed. Teams here. Can't bring them up on the screen now because we've got the clock up there. But I think, the ball's just, I reckon this is going back home to the Spain keeper, is it? No, Carvajal's turned around. It has gone back now. Right, so Simon in goal for Spain. Cucurella and Carvajal, the full-backs. Nacho and Lenormand are the centre-backs. Rodri in front. Ruiz and Pedri are the two advanced central midfielders. Yamal and Williams on the wings with Morata up top. For Croatia, come on. Livakovic in goal. Stanisic and Gvardiol are the full-backs. Sitalo and Pongracic, I've fallen over that a few times today, are the centre-halves. Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic, Mayer, Kramaric and Budimir. But did Perisic come on? I'm scanning the pitch. That may not have been updated. He was definitely kitted out and ready to go, wasn't he, Perisic? I'll say pass. Sad day for us indeed. No holiday break. No holiday break for me this year. We would quite like to go down to the southwest at some point with Enid. So we'll see what we can do, and hopefully we'll get to the in-laws caravan in Chichester in August at some point. Morata knocks it off to Cucurella, edge of the box. Ruiz, he has it nicked off him, and it's going to be a Croatia throw in. Don't really know what their strategy could be, Croatia. You wouldn't blame them if it's still 3-0 at 60, 65 minutes. I think we saw this with Scotland and McGinn. You know, you start to pull out the players and you just focus on getting 4 points from the last 2 games. Can they beat Albania and not lose to Italy? And you might be in for a 3rd place qualification. If you can get 6, you always go through. Carvajal is down. I think we're getting concussion protocol here, which will give me a chance to just plug the ways in which you can support this here channel. And lots of you have done it, and we really appreciate it. For absolutely nothing, null, nada, you can interact on this video, which really, really helps us out. Like, comment, subscribe, keep the live chat going. You can donate, which is massive for us. We've had lots of super chats already, which is tremendous, and especially in between seasons. Difficult for us YouTubers who concentrate on the domestic stuff. And if you really want to be a superhero, you can join up either on YouTube or on Patreon. The join button is just down there. You join the WhatsApp group. You get early access to pre-recorded videos. May only be a couple of hours sometimes, but early access nonetheless. We'll always try and do going forward. Speaking of which, Hour's interview with Kieran Maguire from The Price of Football be coming on the channel years. That's out at 10 a.m. tomorrow. You can watch that right now. And I've seen some of you have already from terms of the membership. So do get involved and support the channel if you can. As Rodri takes a tumble, takes a hit, and it's a free kick to the Spanish. We really, really do appreciate all of your support. Anyone else think this scoreline is a bit harsh on the Croats? Yeah, very much so. Millwall Holdings, very, very much so. But you got to play the penalty boxes, and Spain have played certainly the attacking penalty box. Beautiful. Oh, what a pass by Modric outside of the foot. Oh, he's just turned inside. Gvardiol follows up on the edge of the box, hits the shot blocked. It was Kramaric who went into the box, just lost his balance, but it was that classic outside of the right foot pass by Modric. Perisic didn't come on after all that. They were teasing me. Yes, fixture release day. Tuesday. And lots of nice messages for Kevin Campbell and Matthias Sarkic on a pretty sad day today, it has to be said. Referee Oliver just getting in the way. He's going to have to pull that back. Thank you, everybody watching on TikTok up there. Muchly appreciated. Should sort the camera angle out a bit up there. That's not in shot if I do that, is it? We're looking all right. I've bottled it and put it a bit higher. There we go. Modric over on the right wing. Stanisic. Mayer knocks it in. Kramaric. Oh, if Kramaric got that out of his feet, there was an easy ball into Stanisic, the right back. And he would have been 1v1. But the Spanish defend it. And here they come on the count. And now Morata nearly gets through. We're going to continue, though. Pedri's got a man outside him. Big chance. What a save. Oh, how is that not 4-0? How that's not 4-0 is that's a great save by Livakovic. He does not do a hell of a lot wrong with the finish there, Yamal. It's just a great save, that, isn't it? Again, on the counter-attack, killing Croatia here. Pedri out to Yamal. What a save that is, with one hand as well. That's outstanding. He's put it right across the floor as well. He hits it early. You can't really blame the attacker there. Just a brilliant save by Livakovic. Best save I've seen of the tournament, with the acknowledgement I did not watch Hungary and Switzerland. Earlier on today. Dave, you absolute bloody hero. Thank you so, so much. These super chats do mean the world. Thank you, Dave. Not the first time he supported. We've become very good friends over the course of this journey. Dave, muchly appreciated. £5 on the super chat. Towards a I think I'll make a coffee at home and bank the super chat, I have to say, given the financial perils of the close season. But thank you so, so much, Dave. Oh, driven across the box there by Yamal. He's a player, isn't he? The 16-year-old. Thanks again, Dave, for the super chat. Oh, it came off Morata. Came off his right thigh. And you think any contact there and he scores. Is Carvajal going to be in trouble in the middle of the box there? I don't think VAR's having a look at that. He threw his marker down to the ground by the head pretty much. Campbell, Rocastle, Wrighty, all born in the same era as me. Ian Wright is... Yeah, poor old Ian Wright. Yeah, his friends, aren't they? Dear oh me. Perisic is now coming on. Wenlock, you absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. $9.99 on the super chat. Really, really do appreciate that. Enjoy your trip to Italy. It's a difficult one because I'm one of 3 best men as well for Russ. And I wanted to fly out as late as possible, which makes it a bit more stressful. And then I've got like 40 minutes drive on my own in a hire car on the wrong side of the road with stick on the wrong side of the car, all of that stuff. So once I'm there, I'll enjoy it, but it's going to be stressful getting there. Thank you so, so much for the super chat. Into the box it goes. Kovacic round his man. Kovacic with the cut back. It's going to fall to the right back. Stanisic, what a block by Cucurella. Oh, what defending by the Spanish. Unbelievable. Oh dear, Croatia must have racked up about 5 XG in that 5 seconds there. Incredible. Wow. That's my line, Marlon. How have they not scored? Again, I'm going to say the same I said for Yamal. They don't do a lot wrong with the finishing. It's just good defending, isn't it? Great block by Cucurella. And then the keeper does brilliantly there. Can Budimir not head that straight to goal rather than trying to head it across to Kramaric? No, he does the right thing heading it across. And 2 really good bits of goalkeeping in short order there. Unbelievable. Budimir, that's his last action of the game because Perisic has gone on. So we now do have Perisic, Modric, Brozovic and Kovacic all on in 2024 for Croatia. Sensational. Ben, do I do PayPal? I do, absolutely. Yeah, send me a DM. That would be wonderfully kind, if at all possible. Wow. Cucurella. Someone said pandemonium up there. I wanted to put that up on the... There you go, Rich. Pandemonium. Who used to say that on wrestling? Was it Gorilla Monsoon? Pandemonium! Or was it Vince McMahon? Although Vince McMahon's been cancelled now, hasn't he? We can still quote him, can't we? Dear oh me. Oh, here comes the 16-year-old again, Yamal. In down the right-hand side, into the box, holds the ball up. He wants it on his left foot. They've just driven him back there after the initial run. Round the corner to Williams. Williams to Ruiz, gets pulled back. Free kick. Referee Oliver calls it right. Yes, I've heard all about Birmingham airport security. I've put my car back to 3 hours and I've paid the £5. Oh, into the box again, but we stopped. They wouldn't let them take the free kick earlier. Yeah, I've paid the extra £5 for the different security line as well. But apparently that one is still a trek as well. But look, I'm all ready for it. I'll take a book, I'll take a podcast, and we'll try and get there and get through, just to add to the extra stress of travelling as well. Did I do the Scotland game? I did. There is actually a clip, Millwall Holdings, on that one. We're going to try and do a little match review at the end of every game. So I would advise staying with us because you're contributing beautifully to the chat. And watch that clip. Yamal with the free kick into the wall. Out it goes. No, Mark, this is the last one now until Tuesday. I am out of action now for Sunday and Monday, but we will be back on Tuesday. Here's Williams. It's getting a little bit loose now in terms of Spain being able to punch some holes. Both sides should really have had goals in this half, shouldn't they? Brilliant save by Livakovic from Yamal on the left foot. That's such a good save, wasn't it? Well, pandemonium in the 6-yard box for sure as well. Spain trying to clear their lines, but I think it's Pedri who's drawn a foul. For the Southwest, anywhere along the Jurassic, it's going to be how long can Enid sit in a car for, Dave, I think is going to be the thing. When I was 16, I was in and out of the Year 11 school team. This Yamal kid is playing for Barcelona, one of the best nations in the world. Tremendous. Oh, a vlog of my Italy trip. Oh, no, that's going to be a work 3-day, Mark, I think. But what I will try and do at some point there is react to the England game. I think the page security option means you don't need to take devices or liquids out of carry-on. Oh, I see. Okay. I know it's a different queue and a different entrance. Substitution. Obviously, I've just missed it. Who just came on for Spain? My bad. Sorry, I was too busy enjoying the comments. Jurassic Coast is lovely. There you go. A bit further from Bournemouth and Boscombe. Little slip in behind from Cucurella. Williams cannot quite get there. Pedri out. Danny Olmo in. My bad. Danny Olmo of Red Bull. I'm not supposed to say that, am I? RB Salzburg. Thank you, Liam. I miss Fernando Torres playing for Spain. What a player. For Liverpool, not for Chelsea. Is the coffee cool enough? Cheers, everybody. Thank you for all your support, all your super chats, all your comments. We love doing this. Bit more security during the season, so I need your help a bit more in the tournaments. Here is Kramaric. Chested down. I meant to put Rich's thing up. If you are looking for fixture reaction on Tuesday, there you go. Blue Monday, 9 a.m. If you want to join live reaction there. And if you want general championship, I would obviously recommend Matt SB and Ben HD, whether or not they've got anything up. If I'm not around, share the wealth. Go and watch those lads. Many, many good YouTubers about. Rodri. Lenormand. Ruiz, his name's going to crop up in the man of the match conversations, isn't it? Goal and assist for him. Although I think everyone's going to have goo-goo eyes for the 16-year-old winger, who could be a big star of this tournament, Yamal. Could have had a goal as well as his assist. AFC Bournemouth podcast. Hoping we visit Portman Road. First game, probably not what you want, but great to see Ipswich back. Mate, Beggars can't be choosers, and we've had the best 2 years you can imagine following your team, so whichever. Oh, I beg your pardon then. Thank you, Wenlock. I'll be there on the 26th doing the EFL stuff. So head over to Rich and the boys on Blue Monday for the Premier League release. Sorry, was it RB Leipzig, not RB Salzburg? My bad. There's 2 mistakes in about the space of 30 seconds then. But thank you lot, for politely correcting them. Not the normal nonsense I get in the YouTube comments. The live chat's a bit more civil and grown up, isn't it? We've had some clips about FFP, points deductions and stuff with Kieran. And yeah, you can imagine some of the comments on that. Cucurella's had a really good game, hasn't he? He just gets in front and... oh, that's a horrible giveaway from Spain. Don't know why they're taking the free kick that quickly, but they've given it straight back to Croatia. Stanisic. Kramaric pops the cross in. Good block by Nacho. A 3-0. Perisic over on the wing. Knocks it back in to Pongracic. Perisic again. Cross is right footed, cleared by Lenormand. Non-tournament piece here. Picked up 8mm reel of Ipswich's cut win. Wow. Don't know how I'd play it, but I'd love to see it. Taking their time again. Next goal might be in 15 minutes. Yeah, 63 on the clock, as you can see on the screen. Oh, here comes Yamol again, who just loves to dribble. Keeps the ball beautifully. Inside it goes to Ruiz of PSG. And Spain trying to just exert control now and keep the ball. Although they've put it out, who's hurt? Morata. He's giving the armband to Rodri. I think Morata is done. Still can't believe the news about Sarkic. Yeah, brutal one this morning. Sarkic and Kevin Campbell. Sadly, both passing, and the news broke today. Tough one for man of the match. Could be any Spanish player. Cucurella might be in with a shout, like I just said. Yamol, Ruiz. Modric and Kovacic out for the Croats. I said we might get to 65 and they'll remove certain players. 64-50. Good guess, eh? Pasalic and Sucic in for the Croats. Into those central midfield areas. Pasalic of Atalanta, the darlings of the last Euros. And we do have a Red Bull Salzburg player now in Sucic. 2 coming on for Spain as well. Oyarzábal is one of them. Looks like Marino is the other, but we'll find out in just a jiffy. Big shout out to everybody watching on TikTok as well. Muchly appreciated. The deluge of subs, not appreciated. Perisic, 1v1 with Carvajal. Perisic cuts it back to no one in particular. Olmo won it. And then he gave it away. This is like heaven to us football nuts. 3 games in one day. Woof. For the wives and other halves, might not be as much fun, absolutely. Croatia lack a speedy winger forward. That's a fair point, actually. Unlock lockdown. We unlocked it in the end, fortunately. Yeah, agree with that. Does lack a bit of dynamism, if I'm saying that word right. Mikel Oyarzábal, talented scorer too. Jay! You absolute hero. Jay super chatted twice yesterday. He super chatted today. Really, really appreciate it, mate. While I keep winning from the bookies, I'll give to a great kind of thank you so much, Jay. Really, really appreciate that. The support so far has been amazing. Thank you all who have super chatted. Remember, you don't have to go the whole hog like Jay has done. Helps if you do, but just interacting, like, comment, subscribe is great. You can donate like Jay and the other lads have on here, which is fantastic. And if you really want to go the whole hog, join up on Patreon or down there on YouTube. Get access to the WhatsApp group, early access to pre-recorded videos, and join the monthly. I think we just managed to make it monthly. I think I've done enough, especially with the double header we did. The roundtable chats, we love them. And let's just give another shout out to these super chatters. Amazing. Ania, Dave, Wenlock, and Jay. So greatly appreciated. You wouldn't even begin to understand the fact that I can walk to my garage and talk about football and, as part of my income, support my daughter and my missus with that. Wenlock, for a country of 3 million, it's incredible. Oh, totally, yeah. For output to population ratio, Croatia are definitely the world champions, aren't they? Incredible. Helps if you have 20 years of Modric, doesn't it? Although even before then, they were incredible, weren't they? Here comes Olmo down the left wing, cuts inside. I think he fancied a shot then, but just let Maya in to nick it off him. Young Nabs, and we saw the importance of having fast, but yeah, amen. You're totally right in the chat about pace and speed on the counter Morata, and yeah, couldn't agree more. And I couldn't agree more that that's something maybe Croatia lack. And you're gonna have to watch out. Everyone moans about maybe England's pragmatism, but you play too open against these pacey counter-attack we saw with the German wingers as well yesterday. Is it going to be the tournament of wingers, I wonder, hey? You tell me. If there's another goal, I'm on for 150 quid. Wow. Up the J. Unbelievable scenes. Please gamble responsibly. Remember, from all my dealings with gambling sponsors, it's just second instinct to say that. Second nature, first instinct. What a mix of metaphors there. Clashing with cliches. Croatia have outperformed Belgium's golden generation. Good football too. Love Croatia's kit. Yeah, they always do have good kits, don't they? I think it was because they were a new team on the scene, weren't they? We kind of fall in love with their kit, and particularly 96 and 98 with Suker and Prosinecki and Boksic, and who was the fullback? Robert Jarni. They had some absolute ballers over the years, Croatia, haven't they? None more than Luka Modric. 70 on the clock. Spain 3, Croatia 0. Substitutes in. Potentially both managers would shake hands on this, although you think the Croats would at least like a goal. Kramaric. Gvardiol gets robbed by young Yamal, who then in turn gets robbed. It's clipped in over the top looking for Perisic, who turns around and yells at his teammate. They didn't want a ball lobbed over his head that he couldn't see. Olmo down the left wing gets blocked out. Right, well, we've got a substitution. Let's do this quickly. Let's play Where in the World. I'm going to hit the stinger. You got, how long have you got? I think you've got 20 seconds. I need you to tell me where you are watching from. Silly answers will be ignored. I want to know where you're watching the stream from. As this substitution happens, where in the world are you? Get your location in the comments. Stick them on TikTok as well. Go! We are Spain 3, Croatia 0, 72 on the clock. We want to know where you're watching from. I'll let that roll a little bit. Let us know your location right now where you're watching from. Love to know where our audience is. Perisic, hefty cross there. Might work out all right. Oh, it has worked out nicely. Nodded down by Pasalic. Sucic knocks it inside. But there's Rodri, who looks after the ball probably... no hint of hyperbole, better than any other player in the tournament? You tell me. Let's get some of your locations up on the screen. Give you all a shout out. Liam in Buckinghamshire. Wenlock in Shropshire. Mark in Uddersfield. Wayne's in my kitchen. You in my kitchen? Over there? His kitchen. Palm Desert. Desert 2, USA. Millwall Holdings in Greenwich. Oh, here comes Olmo. Olmo hits the shot deflected. That's going to be an easy one for Livakovic. Christopher over in Ireland. Yvonne in London. Horse Hollerer in Brooklyn. Christopher, well, he was in Ireland. He's in Northern Ireland now. Rich in not so sunny Suffolk. Rich, I've got the blind shut. I've got the lights on. I don't know what the weather's doing out there. All I know is the washing didn't go on the line this morning. It went on the clothes horse because it always rains this summer, doesn't it? So, oh, excuse me, didn't mean to cough down the microphone there. That one caught me out. My apologies if that cough went straight through your ears. Disgusting, my bad. We'll cough over here this time. Sorry. We're about 15 to go. There is Philippe Lahm, who I think is the sort of face of this tournament. I don't know what you'd call him. The statesman, what do you call it where someone, ambassador, that's it. Sunny Norwich is where Nigel is. And my sister is too, indeed, Nigel. Or just outside Norwich. Cucurella is going to take the throw in for Spain. It's nodded on, but there's been a foul on Sutalo at the back. It's going to be a Croatia restart. Again, if anybody asks, no watch-alongs after this one until Tuesday night. We're away for the next couple of days. But we should be able to... I'll try and watch England. We've got the interview with Kieran Maguire coming out tomorrow, and I'll try and get an England reaction out on Monday in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Ben, don't you think that was the worst performance last night by a home nation you have ever seen in your life? Surely England versus Iceland was worse than that, wasn't it? The mental collapse and freezing of our England team. But yeah, not good. Stanisic. Big switch of play. Perisic comes in on his right foot. Nice looking cross, but it is, to be fair, down the throat of Unai Simon. He didn't look. He's just trying to whip that across the front. And Gvardiol has made a great run inside him. An underlap from left back. Is Nico Williams still in? He is, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. So is he there on the right wing? No, did he get subbed out? Yeah, no. Nico Williams is out. My bad. Ooh. Yamal nearly getting in behind there. Offside flag goes up. Only 4 years till the home nation's Euros. Be interesting if they all 5 teams qualify automatically. Normally get a buy-through if you're a host nation, don't you? Celtic and also apparently Ipswich eyeing Croatia's goalkeeper. 9 million euros. It's a Premier League transfer fee. 9 million euros for a keeper, if ever I heard one. Here is. Oh, Simon gets blocked on the ball. Can they get it around the corner? Oh, my goodness me. That is going to be a penalty. Don't think it's going to be a red card because it's a deliberate attempt to play the ball. Perisic is suggesting that's a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. I think that's a yellow card. Rodri clearly tries to play the ball, and unless you're getting handsy or... Let me just have another look. Oh, no, VAR is going to look at that. They're going to look at that, A, for the dive, and B, it would be a red card, I think, because he's nowhere near the ball. The yellow has come out. Is VAR going to have a look and see if that was a dive? That's a really interesting one, that one. If it's not a dive, I think it's a red card. I think Rodri can't call that a deliberate attempt to play the ball. He's too far away from it. But I think it's a dive. And I think the penalty is going to get rescinded and the attacker's going to get a yellow card. Oh, the penalty has been given. That's really interesting. I think there's an argument that that's not a deliberate attempt to play the ball by Rodri, and he should have been red carded for a denial of obvious goal-scoring opportunity, if it is indeed a foul. But that's a good point, Wayne. It can be a foul and a dive. That's very, very true. Two things can be true at the same time. Anyway, penalty given. And Croatia are going to have a chance from the spot to pull one back. Right-footed. Great save. There's the follow-up, though. And it is into the back of the net. Petkovic, who missed the penalty, sticks it in. Amazing save by Simon right over to his right-hand side. But Petkovic gets lucky. It's squared up. And it is a 3-1. And Croatia get something back. Very calm bit of play by Perisic then. You often get players lose their calm after penalties are saved because it's a slightly abnormal situation. You're not in it very often, but he was real classy there and just flipped it across the goal. Are they checking the offside? Didn't look offside to me. I'm so confident I'm going to stick a 1 next to Croatia, but we're awaiting. I think he might have even been behind Perisic there. I'm that confident. But I've been confident before and they've put the lines up on the screen. Unless they're looking at the goalkeeper. Oh my goodness. What's he going to do? Can he not just give the goal? Has the goal been disallowed then? I've got no idea what's been given there. Why has that been disallowed? Encroachment? Oof. Well, I was so confident to put a 1. But Croatia have not scored. And I have no idea why that's been disallowed. Encroachment, was it? I mean, it's kind of nice to see one get disallowed for encroachment because players love to cheat on that regard, don't they? So it must have been Perisic then because he was the only other player who touched the ball, wasn't it? Anyone else encroaching essentially didn't interfere as they didn't become active. But, wow. There you go. Players know the laws, don't they? You can't be in the box when until after the ball has been kicked, and he's been caught out there, Perisic. Really interesting whole state of affairs, because I still think there's a conversation that Rodri gets a yellow card there, and he's not denied an obvious. He's not been red carded for the deny. I mean, it's definitely an obvious goal scoring opportunity. No one can deny that. He's literally 4 yards from goal with just the keeper to beat and the ball at his feet, isn't he? I think it's a fairly good argument that the only way you get off with that with a yellow card is if you make a deliberate attempt to play the ball. And he's probably, Rodri, far enough away from the ball to argue that that's not the case. But hey, I'm hitting you all over the head with my rule book now, aren't I? Dear oh me. Matt, you bloody legend. Tournament is definitely delivering the goals. Well, we thought there'd been another there, but encroachment says no. Shouldn't have been a penalty anyway. Yeah, really interesting call that, as to whether we had a foul, a dive, a foul and a dive, a deliberate attempt to play the ball or not to play the ball. We must respect the subjectivity. They're all grey areas, aren't they, for God's sake? It's all a matter of opinion. And yeah, I'll go with what they've given. There's one round the corner. Pasalic does well. Knocks that one inside to Petkovic. Switch of play to Perisic. Inside the box, he's definitely shooting, isn't he? Hits it right-footed. Blocked out. Ooh, shot from long range. And, well, we've got to give Simon credit now, actually. That's not been mentioned by me. What a brilliant penalty save. Flung himself to his right. I'm going to cliche ahoy, everybody. Nice height for a keeper, but still a great save because it's over in the corner, isn't it? We've got an injury to Rodri, who I think might be a little bit lucky not to have been red carded there, but I think I'm labouring the point now. That's going to give us a chance for what I promise will be the last like spike of the day. If you are watching the show right now, you're going to have 20 seconds. I need you all to hit the like button, help support the channel. Away you go. Like those spikes, spike those likes, and hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate all your support. We're up to 66 likes today on the stream. I thank you for each and every one of those. We're having more substitutes. And off goes the 16-year-old lad, Yamal, who lots of you, I'm sure, are going to vote for man of the match. In the words of Mika Richards, he has burst onto the scene in this tournament. Tremendous stuff. Christina Uncle, there was a check for contact, didn't look at the dive and encroachment for the goal. Interesting. Spain on cruise control this half. Yeah, controlled it nicely, haven't they? Fair play to Croatia for still going for it. I hope England and Spain don't meet up. 4 to go. We'll do man of the match when it gets to 90, okay? But Spain's clean sheet still intact. Brozovic. "13 goals in 3 games so far. You love to see it." And on our watch-alongs, 9-2. I'll take it. I take the average for across all games for people who say there's never any goals in the watch-alongs. There's always goals in the watch-alongs. You'd love to see it. Maya. Sucic. Brozovic. Spain sat in a 4-4-1-1 shape. Or 4-5-1 really. Happy with their clean sheet and their 3-0 win that they're heading for. If we get no more goals in the remaining 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Sucic, Petkovic is robbed. Spain try and counter-attack. They've done that well. They're going to be an interesting side if they're 1-0 up in any game, Spain, because they'll do what they're doing right now. And here they come into the box. Shot blocked out. Ferran Torres was in over on the right-hand side. To be fair, in the 1v1s, Pogracic has defended well, hasn't he? The Croat number 3. It's going to be a corner for the Spanish. Centre-halves are up, but they'll leave a few back here. They don't need a goal. At 3-0. In it goes. Perisic eyebrows away on the near post. Olmo is going to recycle. No, he's not. He's going to turn it into Cucurella, who's back on halfway. And Spain are going all the way home to Unai Simon. So much, I have to look round the corner of my monitor as the TV stayed with the wide shot there. He was nearly out of shot. 88 minutes. Well, that's gone quick. Do you know, I was worried about 15 minutes in. I thought this is going to be a real game of chess, isn't it? Hasn't so much worked out that way with those 2 quick-fire goals in the first half for the Spanish. Ruiz. Right, let's do man of the match. If you've got any shouts for man of the match, let me know. I assume they're going to be Spanish, so it might be Fabian Ruiz, goal and assist. Lovely goal as well. I'm sure a lot of love for Yamal on the wing, the 16-year-old as well. Cucurella, I think, has been good at left back, and a brilliant block from him, and he's joined in nicely. There's a handball there by Ferran Torres. There you go, Carvajal as well. He got himself a goal from right back. Get your shouts in the comments. 5 minutes of stoppage time we are going to be getting. Kev's gone for Nico Williams on the other wing. Sucic. Brozovic, who's kind of at the base of the diamond now, isn't it? Unai Simon or Fabian Ruiz? Yeah, I suppose if Simon doesn't save the penalty or palm that one off the head of Budimir, could be looking at a 3-2 now, and Croatia throwing the kitchen sink. Cucurella? Yeah, I thought he's been good, Tom. Here he is closing down Stanisic. Brozovic turns back. And Spain just sitting in now, wanting that clean sheet. They got 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. To get through. Survived a penalty as well. Couple of penalties already this tournament. Kai Havertz scoring his. Bruno Petkovic missing his. Perisic on the far post there. Trying to score an almost impossible header. Would have needed neck muscles like Kurt Angle to score from there, hey? Goal kick Spain. 2.5 minutes remaining. It's gone loose in midfield. Poked down the line for Olmo. Olmo, nice little one inside. Marino tried to cross. Blocked out by Pongracic. There's going to be a corner for Spain. Looks like they are going to take this one short and just try and run the clock down. Flipped over the top by Ruiz. They've won the header on, but it's going to be easy for Livakovic, who wanted an option for a quick kick. Doesn't get it, but it's a good throw out to Maya, excuse me, my bad. Cross attempted by Stanisic, blocked out, and just does feel like not your day, does it? In fact, could get worse now. Played into the channel. Look, handball there in the corner by Sutalo. Gets away with that one though. Drawn the foul. As we enter the last minute of stoppage time. Spain 3, Croatia 0. Trying the 1-2 there, run out of road and oh, they've won it back, Croatia, to be fair. Here's Maya. And substitute Sucic down the left wing. Cross is blocked. Carvajal, if he can get this... Oh, he's done even better than getting out of his own half. He's drawn a foul. And that should be it. 20 seconds of stoppage time remaining. Get up the pitch. Take the set play. Wait for the whistle, I guess, is going to be the deal here. All eyes on referee Oliver, who's very, very likely to blow the whistle as this one's up in the air. And indeed he does. And it's all over in Group B. Spain off to a big winning start. 3-0 to the Spaniards. Let me just remove the clock and press a couple of buttons and we'll be able to get into the match review. Get your comments in. I'll talk for a few minutes and then I'll read a few of the comments out at the end. Indeed. First of all, I just need not to do that, but to do that. And hopefully we should be able to get over to the other screen if we need it, which we will, because I can't remember everything that just happened in the last 90 minutes. But it is all over. Spain 3, Croatia 0. And we are going to head for the match review. And it was Spain 3, Croatia 0 in match number 3 of the Euros, our second watch along, the first match of Group B. And Spain cruising in the end, but for parts of this game it didn't feel like a 3-0 game. I suppose Spain were just pretty lethal with their 2 quick goals in the first half and then managing to get 3-0 up just before half time. Lethal performance from the Spaniards, and the Croats did not know what had hit them. The first 15 minutes, I was sort of a little bit worried that we were going to get a really cagey chess match. The one thing that did make me think otherwise was the Spanish pressing. Croatia did look like they were happy out of possession to just kind of sit in shape, and we know Roy Keane's just called them warriors about 20 times in the pre-match. We know they can see their way through choppy waters and still progress in these tournaments. But I think the pressing and the pace, which was pointed out in the comments here in the chat, those were the 2 things that Spain had that Croatia didn't have. And he just managed to pick them off for the first goal. It was Ruiz with a lovely through ball. Morata gets stick for his finishing. As I said in the watch along, when he went through, he kind of just had enough pace, just had enough strength, and his finish wasn't quite in the corner or a classy dink or hammered it past the keeper, but it was good enough, and he beat Livakovic on the run, hit it nice and early to give the Spanish the lead. And that goal kind of felt a little bit, oh, where did that come from? We kept saying in the stream, you're going to have to work hard to score in this game. And then all of a sudden, we were talking about set plays and bits of quality, and it was a real bit of quality by Ruiz, who gets on the edge of the box. He steps right to avoid one tackle. He steps left to avoid the next. He hits the shot low into the corner. For the purists, they'll say it does get a little nick on the way through. It doesn't really change direction. I think it's a great goal. I love the little slalom beforehand from Ruiz. Just an absolute killer then, because you're playing a team who's good at pressing, who's got pace in terms of those 2 wingers, the youngster Yamal, more from him, and Williams on the other side, and they can transition quickly. And that team now with a 2-0 advantage, not fun to play against because they can pick you off on the break. And we said about, it's going to be hard to score in this game. And we had kind of had a goal out of nothing, an individual goal, and then we got the set play goal as well. And this was take about Yamal, the young 16-year-old from Barcelona. Lovely cross. The set play, I can't remember whether it went short or it got headed clear. I think it might have gone short. And he whipped that one over with the left foot. Superb cross. Carvajal sticks it in for 3-0. And there you go. And if you're Croatia, what the hell do you do in the second half? You're against a team that can press well, that's got good pace and threat out wide. Do you stick or do you twist? Do you try and get to 60 minutes at 3-0 and everyone kind of moves on to the next game? We know, especially in this group in particular, where good teams can take points off each other, and Albania are going to be seen as a potential 3 points for Croatia, that if you do lose this game and you can draw against Italy, and I mean, I'm jumping ahead here, you can still qualify, and you can qualify comfortably, we think, with 4 points, but you just don't want the, to get too far away. If you are in a fight for second, if it's lots of threes maybe or a couple of fours, you don't want the goal difference to get too haggard, do you, at that point? So it is head-to-head first, but, you could be drawing against a team you're going head-to-head against. Second half, Spain controlled it pretty well. Could have gone 4-0 up. It was a great save from Livakovic from the youngster Yamal down to the right. Really good save. Croatia then have a couple of moments where you think they're just not going to score today. There's this pandemonium in the box. There's a great block by Cucurella, and then Simon palms it away from Budimir as he's about to header it into the goal. And just when you think you're never going to score. Interesting penalty call. Possibly a foul, possibly a dive, maybe after the foul, maybe both things happened. Penalty still got given. Rodri gets a yellow. Is he close enough to the ball for it to have been a deliberate attempt to play the ball? If not, should he have got red carded for a denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity and not get away with a double jeopardy because it wasn't a deliberate attempt to play the ball? Either way, up steps Petkovic from the spot. His kick is saved. The recycle from Perisic looks good and Petkovic sticks it in the net. But VAR rules it out for encroachment. So Simon takes the credit for saving the penalty and the Spain clean sheet. And at that point, if you're Croatia, you're just like, okay, it's done. We ain't scoring today. What do the numbers and the statistics all say? I mean, look at this from the Croat point of view. I know some of this XG is going to have been the same attack, but 2.48 on the XG and no goals from 3 big chances and 16 shots is not the one, which is why I suggest playing those penalty boxes and Spain being absolutely lethal with those bang, bang, set play, quick counter-attack, all of that good stuff. You got to win the game. And the stats can say what they like when the scoreline says 3-0. What does the table say? Has Spain at the top, Italy and Albania go tonight. You would expect, stranger things have happened, but you would expect Italy to be winning that game and for it to be 3-3, 0-0. And then Croatia have Albania next, where they would hope to be catching up and potentially, well, they won't know what they want to happen because that depends on what Italy do tonight. But Spain, looking good. Couple of really nice looking dribbly wingers there in Williams and the super youngster, 16-year-old Yamal. People are going to say, can you win the tournament with Morata up front? Well, he's scored today, but they look decent. You know what they're going to do. They're going to keep possession. They're going to press. And they look like a hard team to play against if they go ahead. I know that sounds like stating the bleeding obvious, but they're going to be good on the counter-attack with those two wide players and defence and keeper stood up today. So the old Warriors of Croatia, bad start for them. For Spain, a jolly, jolly good start. Let's have a look and see what we've got in the chat here. Didn't really notice the officials in the other games. I think they got everything right in the end, but it was a very interesting, sketchy one in terms of the penalty. There you go. I'll clip this one out. Get your views down there in the comments. It was Spain 3, Croatia 0. That'll do us for the match review. If you are still here, thank you very, very much. We won't be back now until Tuesday. I'm going to Birmingham Airport and flying to Italy for a wedding on Monday. I'll be back on Tuesday in the afternoon. And I can't remember what our next game was. I'll try and get it scheduled on the channel. I'll maybe try and do that tomorrow morning. Before we go, it is, which one was it? Portugal v Czechia on the 18th. That sounds about right. That'll be the next watch along. But fear not, we'll try and get reaction to the England game from Italy somehow on Monday if I can get a quiet 5 minutes to take a look at that one and give that one a little bit of a watch. And the interview with Kieran Maguire, the full 1 hour, is coming out tomorrow morning. Thank you for your good wishes there. Dempsey Doe, Dave, safe travel, safe trip, Mark. Thank you, you lot. Brilliant, brilliant support as ever. Thank you to the wonderful super chatters. You mean a hell of a lot in the close season. Anir, thank you. Dave, thank you. Wenlock, thank you. Jay, absolutely brilliant, brilliant stuff. Spain 3, Croatia 0. We'll see you on Tuesday for the next watch along. Check out the interview with Kieran Maguire tomorrow. We'll try and get the England review up on Monday. And the channel will keep going despite me being away for 2 days. The lengths we go to. Thank you everybody for watching. Over and out here. And